Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new season of Out of the Park Baseball 19 as the Toronto Blue Jays. In our 15-year career, we've won 1,182 games and lost 1,086, which is still over 500. If we take a look, because you know me, I enjoy looking at the history of baseball. Leaderboards. There should be manager leaderboards. Maybe there aren't. Huh. Oh, sure. Yeah, I can check it this way. Here we go. So in all-time wins, it looks like I rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, which is pretty good. And there are 4 managers who have been around longer than me and won more games and haven't won a championship. So I feel a little bit better. Just a little bit, though. We've still got a long ways to go, obviously. And I want to thank Random Human 19 and a few other people who made some very pointed observations about how to make the team a little bit better. And I apologize, there were a couple of other commenters as well. Unfortunately, your names have slipped my grasp at the moment. And one of the more important things being that we need a stud young pitcher. So, acquiring one, and they posited that maybe even giving up a Chili Davis would be worth getting a truly unique pitcher. Now, my only big concern right now is that would be selling low on Chili Davis. We have him locked down for a few more years at a pretty reasonable price, especially given the inflation of salaries, and it's just going to get crazier in another 5 years or so. So I don't feel the need to necessarily move him just yet. But I will keep that in mind, and that is certainly something we need to acquire, is an elite pitcher. So let's just quickly click on potential so we can take a look at some of the prospects we have. Dana Robinson is another one of these weird players that my scouts tend to love that have one offensive skill. And that's it. And in this case, his skill is discipline. And he's a pretty good shortstop. And he's a pretty good base stealer. This is probably not good enough to be a Major League regular, but we don't have to decide on that just yet. The thing is, we don't have the elite prospects. We've got some interesting players, but we don't really have a top-notch super prospect. Mike Jackson's getting there. We're really just waiting him, honestly, to just work out his control problems. Once we do, he'll be an important part of the bullpen going forward. For right now, though, we need to start deciding who to keep and who to get rid of, as we often do. We have 17 pitchers, and we have 19 hitters. So we want to get rid of, I think, 5 pitchers. And we'll start, as we always do, with the pitching ratings. Now, I want to stress something that may not always be clear to you, but it's worth emphasizing. Don't go strictly off of overall and potential numbers. They're a good barometer for how good a player is, but remember that, at least though we have it, it's relative to people at that position. So Eddie Bain is one of the best closers in the game. But if it's a bad year for closers, maybe that's not as impressive. So, we need to figure out who on the team doesn't need to be here anymore. Actually, we'll do this on the roster screen. It's a little bit easier to see. Bobby Castillo is kind of a bust. There's no easy way to say that because he doesn't throw strikes. And we can look and see, okay, what happens if I make you into reliever? Does your stuff get much better? It really doesn't. he's kind of the same guy. And so, without any hesitation, Bobby Castillo, I will designate you for assignment. No hesitation. Fernando Gonzalez, send down. Bill Latham, send down. John Cerruti, send down. Dave Dravecki, wave. What does this leave us with pitchers? It leaves us with 12. Perfect. That's what we've always wanted. Let's go ahead and nuke the pitching staff and rebuild it. Dave Stewart is obviously our ace. I don't think there's any remote dispute to that. Then we've got Falcone, Morgan, Perez, and then probably Gullickson. I mean, I know that Bruce Poole has been a reasonably good starter for us for a few years now, but he's just not the best fit on this team right now. And so we're going to go ahead and make him our long man emergency starting pitcher. Just because someone has to have that role. And he's pretty good at it. Now, Eddie Bain. Our problem is he has no stamina. So we don't want to give him too many multi-inning appearances because we want to conserve his arm for the rest of the season. So we're going to go ahead and make Bain a traditional closer. So something to explain. If you've seen my tutorial videos, you already understand this, but it's worth mentioning again. They're between 8th or later or 8th plus or later. 8th plus or later is basically how the Yankees used to use Mariano Rivera, where they'd bring him in and say, with 1 or 2 outs in the 8th inning, and then let him pitch the 9th. We don't want to do that with Eddie Bain. So we want the AI to use its judgment, decide if this game is super important, let's put Eddie Bain in the game, even if it's the 8th inning. Heckman is really good stuff and not much else. So I think we're going to go ahead and make Mitchell a setup man. And since we have our closeout to come in the 7th. And then let's let Heckman tell us what he can handle. And then everyone else will be a middle reliever. But I don't want Bill Swagger to be my backup starter. That's for Bruce Poole. Now, one other thing that was mentioned by our good friend Random Human is to maybe most of the defensive settings. There is some value to this. There is some value. Because we have spent a fairly significant amount of time missing 1 or 2 games out. And so if we can make some changes, this would be a very good idea. So we're going to make some changes right now. I'm going to increase steal frequency. I'm going to let people be a little more aggressive on the base runners because we got fast runners. I want no sacrifice bunts. So we're just setting the base strategy. I'm going to make some changes later on. And we'll go ahead and be a little more aggressive on the base paths. Pitching around, I want done rarely. Pitch or intentional walks even more. And then I'll leave these right now. I want you to be a little slower on hooking the starting pitchers. I do want you to pinch hit for the pitcher. That can be the same, and then that can be the same. So we're going to go and paste this to all times. Oh, there's also some other things here that we change here. I'm going to say go ahead and bring them in. if we are leading by 3 runs or less. Basically, if it's a safe situation. And then go ahead and paste that to all. Copy, paste. Now, I am going to make a couple of changes, because I do want them to use squeeze bunts if it's going to change the game. Otherwise, I don't want them bunting. So it's the 9th inning. And the score is tied. You can increase the frequency. If it's close, a little bit. And I'm not going to change it for anything else. And that's really all I want to do. Because we might mess with shifts if it turns out we need a way to help out our defense. Yeah, I think this is a good overall strategy. And this might result in us winning another game, just because we need to take advantage of our faster players, like our Tim Raines is. Even Chili Davis has pretty damn good speed. We want to make sure they get every opportunity to steal. And we can always adjust it for individual players, if we want to get super in-depth. So thanks again to Random Human for that suggestion. We still have to cut some other bait, though, and that bait is called position players. We need to get rid of 6. Roy Johnson, gone. Easy choice. Barry Bonnell, don't really care. He can refuse being sent down. I could just put him on the DL. That's kind of a dick move. So I think for right now I'm going to hold off, but that is an option. We don't need 3 catchers. Goodbye, Randy Hunt. We don't need Joe Lansford. So got to get rid of 2 players. Chris Brown is mediocre, and he's slightly less mediocre, but he's slightly more mediocre than Jeff Lawson. That might change down the road, but for now. And then this is kind of a dick move, but we don't really have a spot for Barry Bonnell right now. So I'm going to put him on the disabled list. Oh, wait a minute. Were we supposed to keep what's-his-face? Was my plan to put Don Mattingly back in the outfield? I don't have a first baseman that's worth that. Okay. So here's our starting 25. We're really good at a few positions and really bad at a few others. When is Dick Schofield supposed to get back? Oh, that's right. We got Tony Phillips to upgrade a shortstop, and then he broke his damn finger in spring training. I'd forgotten that. Let's go ahead and sum up to opening day now that we have the minimum or the maximum of 25. Buck Showalter is not wrong about the Yankees. Oh, wow. So he thinks that this roster has bottomed out. He might not be wrong. We'll have to see what happens this season. Damn, the A's have Barry Bonds and Randy Johnson. That's not fair. The Reds have Larry Walker. There's Doc Gooden. Mark McGwire, Bernie Williams. They have McGwire. Holy shit, the A's are going to have a scary offense. Damn. Kevin Brown, the real one, plays for the Rangers. Alou for the Padres. I don't know who Chris Hoyles is. Oh, apparently he's actually pretty good. And then Kurt Schilling, playing for the Expos. So the first step of my name is we've already set the pitching staff, which is good. Now I need to go ahead and set up the roster. I really love the lineups overview screen because it's easy to make quick decisions. All right, so we're going to start with best overall contact. Okay. What makes us for Tim Raines still being the leadoff guy, even though I'm staring at Von Hayes, you can't tell. I'm staring at Von Hayes and thinking maybe he should be the leadoff hitter. But I think Raines is still the best leadoff hitter because he's got the extra speed and he doesn't strike out. Equally obvious, Don Mattingly will continue to play first base and hit third. We're going to make this Von Hayes' time to shine. He's going to get the cleanup spot this year. I know we've typically given it to Chili Davis in the past, but I think maybe if we demote him to maybe hitting fifth. No, I want Chili Davis hitting second. His contact is a little too good. And he can actually take a walk. And then Jim Rice will actually bat fifth for us. Alright, so we've got the top five all set and squared away. So our left fielder is going to be Eisenreich. I'm going to put Gomez, so he's a rookie that we drafted. He was our first round draft pick. I want him to play every day, but I don't want him to have too much pressure. I want to see what he can handle before we push him up. So I'm going to go ahead and have Eisenreich, despite the fact he's not as good a player, bat sixth. Because I think with his superior contacts, he'll be able to help move people along. Jay Greb is the best of a bad situation at shortstop, and then we'll go ahead and play Thutzis at center. We have the potential to still be an incredibly dominating lineup. And I'm hoping that by letting people like Raines and Davis cut loose toward the top of the order, there'll be more scoring opportunities for Mattingly, Hayes, and Rice to drive in. That's my hope. Or we could move Von Hayes to first. So here's why I don't want to move Von Hayes to first. Because I don't have a better hitter to sneak into the lineup. Like, if I had a really good hitter who couldn't play position, I would DH him. But I don't have that luxury. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the depth chart. You really want Hall to get that many shots at shortstop? Why? Oh. Because Hall's actually kind of a decent shortstop. He's not mega brilliant, but he's actually pretty damn solid. Hall will most certainly be playing center field. No, Hall will actually be playing shortstop. He's actually a much better choice than Greb. Because he's roughly the same fielder. Actually, he's actually better. So yeah, Albert Hall, shortstop, do it. It's going to be a very strange year where I have a center fielder playing shortstop, but he's a really good shortstop, so I don't see the fuss. And we have to keep in mind, right, that he's really just filling a spot until Dick Schofield or Tony Phillips get better. All right, let's get going. I think we've set up our lineup. Let's see if we can surprise some people, including our owner. Michael Mack, who the hell is this guy? Were you somebody that got claimed and then got returned? Yep. You can all go to AAA. I'll go ahead and clear the waivers out. Remember, don't make hasty decisions when you're building your team, because typically it's the first month of the season that you just want people to kind of just figure out what they can handle. I'm going to demote Ricky Adams so we can have an extra outfielder. Yes, I know. That's why I said designate, wave and designate for assignment. I must have clicked the wrong button. I totally accept that. Because Bunnell is literally just here to help fill in the outfield. Wow, you really want Bunnell to play a lot, don't you? I do not want him playing in center, but if you want to give him, swap him and Eisenreich out, I'm fine with that. Until one of them really dominates and proves that he deserves most of the playing time. And Ricky Adams cleared waivers. This is also good news. If we're successful this year, we made 2 pretty killer draft picks. And John Mitchell, who's just another outstanding draft pick, and then Leo Gomez. Both of whom happen to fill significant holes on this team. Oh no, not Apodaca. I have no idea who that guy is. I'll be honest with you. I would never lie to you, gentle readers. Oh, God, I hate that when you get a new scout, and I always forget to turn it off. And it just crams the email with a bunch of junk. I am paying less than the baseline for scouting. That's something I need to fix. That's a really big deal. Am I also paying under league? Hey, shut up for Dave Stewart. 2,000 hits for Jim Rice. Cool. Yeah, I need to see something that I probably don't want to see. Oh yeah, we're under the baseline for player development as well. Whoops. Whoops. We're going to have to hope that our salary gets a bit bigger. Because that's probably part of the reason why we keep making scouting mistakes. We still don't know when Dick Schofield's coming back. That's why he's on the DL. I've probably been actually crippling my minor league system this entire time because I keep forgetting that stuff. Dick Schofield. What do we do with you? You're still a really good shortstop, like stupidly good. I mean, are you better than Jay Greb? I don't think there's any question of that but Jay Greb plays second. I think we go ahead and demote Jeff Lawson. Now the real question is, do we put Dick Schofield just straight away right back in the lineup? And here's the thing, Albert Hall is better at everything except for power. Does Albert Hall have a platoon advantage? He definitely handles right-handed pitching more easily than left-handed pitching. By quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and platoon Schofield and Hall. Which is really weird. But I kind of dig Hall, and I think he was a nice little pickup for us. So we'll see how this works out for us. It'll probably make Schofield angry, and we'll just have to see how he handles that. And Tim Raines had a slight hamstring strain. And Jeff Lawson cleared waivers. Yeah, I wonder if that might be a reason why a lot of our minor leaguers have been failing. I'm used to playing in the modern era where those numbers don't change very much, but it looks like clearly they have been. But that money has to come from somewhere. So either I have to get a bigger budget or I have to cut a couple of salaries. Player development. I typically don't look very closely at the players already on the Blue Jays. And there's not much in the minors that's really happening. That's a shame. Dave Stewart. Very nice. A nice little bounce back here. Not that last year was bad, but he definitely could have been better. So let's examine the team, see what we could do better. Our defense is terrible. Our bullpen isn't great, but the lineup is really, really, really good. So how do we manage the bullpen, besides just getting better pitchers, which is a lot harder than it sounds? I think we instantly pull you out of the setup role. I want someone who's thrown quite a few innings and proven to be at least marginally effective. And I'm going to have you start coming in as a setup guy in the 6th inning. And let's go ahead and demote Thomas Heckman still further and just tell him don't use him quite as often. All right. Who's holding up the defense? You're going to say Tim Raines, aren't you? You're going to make me cry. Albert Hall. That's it. Hall, you played yourself out of a starting job. Because, I mean, you can either hit really well or you can play shortstop really well. And right now you're doing neither. And so you just got bumped, mate. I never should have doubted you, Dick Schofield. Dick Schofield forever. And then I'm going to go ahead and tell you that no, I want Schofield in most of the time. You want to play swapping them out at other positions, that's fine. The real question will be what happens when Tony Phillips gets back, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That should help the defense, just having Schofield back in, so we'll see how that improves as the season progresses. Any interesting players on the waiver wire? Probably not. Oh, there's William Neal. I mean, he's kind of interesting, but what matters most of all is the fact that his control sucks. I've already got a pitcher who throws lots of strikes. Or I have a pitcher that has good stuff but walks everyone. I don't need more than one of those. So now we have this problem. And it would be a good problem to have on 99.9% of teams. This is when we do it. This is going to be kind of convoluted, but I think it's going to pay off. So watch carefully. My hands will not leave my arms. Step 1. Devon Hayes plays first base. Step 2. Don Mattingly plays left field. Step 3. Yeah. Ooh, how good is Tony Phillips III? He's not so good. Tim Raines DHs. Step 4, Tony Phillips plays DH. Step 5, we demote whoever the worst hitting outfielder is. It's probably Thutzis. Yeah. Wow. I guess people secretly hated him. He was like a dick. Well, that's good to know. And then we bring in Tony Phillips to play second. Boom. Our team just got a lot better because we essentially replaced Jim Eisenreich with Don Mattingly. Alright, lineups overview. Where do we play Tony Phillips? He's way too good to be hitting ninth. All this needs to be fixed too, doesn't it? First, left, DH. DH, first, left. Because Eisenreich is who gets benched. And we slide in... Oh, perfect. Tony Phillips can bat sixth. And he's a switch hitter. I love it when a plan comes together. And then I guess we just go and play Hall at center. He's a pretty good outfielder, too. Let me transform you back into a center fielder. Let's do it. Generate that depth chart. Now we're talking. All right. Let's keep going. Just getting Tony Phillips back might be enough to push us over the edge. What are you offering me? Bill Madlock for Pete Falcone. No. I'm not trading a pretty decent starter for a pretty average third baseman. It's not enough of an upgrade. God damn it, Tony Phillips. I just moved everyone on the team to accommodate your butt. And then you went and got hurt again. What a dick. What an absolute utter dick. Well, now I've got to solve that problem. Don't make me bring some jackass up. Can Greb handle second? He can handle second. He wouldn't be brilliant at it, though. I ain't calling Thutzis back up. Can Blaine only play first and that poorly? I guess we put Raines back in as second. Okay. And then I just need a good hitter. And listen, guys, I have one decent hitter who doesn't already have a position. And his name is Blaine Lockley. I've got Joe Lansford, but I mean, Blaine Lockley is better. And could be, like, even better. So, we're going to try making Blaine Lockley play DH. That's the only position Mr. Lockley will ever play. Alright, now let's quickly fix the lineups. Raines back at second. I'm going to give Schofield the 6th spot for now. And then we'll go and slide in Lockley batting 8th. Just see what he can handle. And if he can hit fairly well, then maybe there's something there. But I was too excited about Tony Phillips. I did that. I take 100% of the blame. Really? I mean, Gullickson wasn't exactly doing gangbusters, but you never want to see a pitcher blow out his arm. Now, pitching we do have something in. I'm going to call up Fernando Gonzalez. Poole will fill in as the 5th starter. Gonzalez will fill in and be the long man and emergency starter. Okay. Now let's continue. We're still in the hunt, but we just don't have... We don't have... And someone, forgive me for not recalling, perfectly summed up our situation. We're too good to get good draft picks, but we're too bad to get a championship. I hate you so much right now, Tony Phillips. Ooh, 300 homers for Jim Rice. Tom Candiotti? Huh. Does he have the knuckleball? He does have the knuckleball. I remember Tom Candiotti. He pitched for the Indians briefly. Okay. And we'll sum up to the All-Star break. You can fuck right off, owner. I am not, under any circumstances, getting rid of Tim Raines. Tim Raines is cool. Who doesn't like Tim Raines, besides my owner? I guess Tim Raines is disruptive. What a dick, Tim. Come on. Get it together. I think the problem is we lack like a team captain / spark plug. The problem is all the players that are like doing really... Okay, get rid of like Barry Bonnell maybe. Yeah. Maybe we need a new bench coach at some stage. I would like to go ahead and keep George Thomas. He seems like he's been a good fellow at preventing injuries. This could be my last season. Please let Eric Baugh take over. Yeah. A trade proposal. Like, I don't even care. Why would you think I want Bill Madlock? What is it about me that makes you think that I look at Bill Madlock and I go, yeah, give me some of that? No. Just go away. Dave Stewart, John Mitchell, Eddie Bain, Chili Davis, Don Mattingly, Jim Rice. Tim Raines. Yeah. That, my friends, is what we call a pretty damn okay roster. We need that second young pitcher, though. Alright. How's Blaine Lockley handled? He's been absolute shit. Okay. It's not a debate. It's that there's nothing there. Right. So we're going to go back and we're going to try my strategy again. And you're going to accept it this time, Tony Phillips. And you're going to play the rest of the bloody season. It's not an option for you to get hurt again. Because I think you could add even more punch to this lineup and play a damn fine second base and be a good double play partner for Schofield. Trade proposal. It's already expired. What a dick. Want to make a trade? No, I'm just kidding. So now we blow out Albert Hall. I really don't want to bring Thutzis back, though. No one likes him. They all think he's an a-hole. Asshole. Let's call us some beta spade. I've got to have someone that can handle center and play it well, so sure. Welcome, Sil. You're terrible. But you play good center field, so I'm going to just accept it. I'm going to punt on one position to upgrade, make sure that the rest of the positions are nice and strong. An old third baseman and a center fielder with no future for Tim Raines. No. Tim Raines is probably worth less than he's being paid, though. He's a clubhouse cancer. Am I talking myself into trading Tim Raines at the deadline? If I put Tim Raines on the market, what would I get? Let's just throw it out there. I could probably get a major piece of the puzzle. I could get Keith Hernandez. He'd be a nice little upgrade to the lineup, but I think it's the pitching staff that could really use a boost. Oh. Oh, really? Darryl Strawberry, huh? Darryl Strawberry? I mean, I know I just got through saying how much we need a pitcher. But so, Jim Rice and left, Darryl Strawberry and right? Oh, dang. Would you throw in Blyleven too? I can't afford him. You wouldn't even think about it. Sean Cangalozzi would be a pretty sweet player too. Nah, you wouldn't take that. What about... No, I don't want Mike Flanagan. I don't want to pay extra for a pitcher who's not going to be around too much longer. Tim Hullett. No, there's a bunch of just mediocre crap. Oh, I'm just looking at their active roster. Sorry, I should be looking at prospects. I could get Mike Bordick. Rob Dibble wouldn't be a bad choice. He'd want a little bit more. I can't really be bothered to argue with this. This is the ultimate challenge trade. This is the ultimate challenge trade. Darryl Strawberry might just be a DH. I could put him in right. He wouldn't embarrass himself too badly there. He's such a good power hitter. I love Tim Raines. I love that he gets on base. I love that he steals. But we're getting into the late 80s, and this skill set isn't as valuable as it used to be. He's a plus second baseman. Is a legendary right fielder. It frees up payroll for the future, but a substantial portion I would just go right to Darryl Strawberry. He's entering arbitration. That's why Atlanta's trying to get rid of him. I don't know. Tim Raines does so many things well. People find him disruptive, but they're going to find Darryl Strawberry even more disruptive. He's Darryl fucking Strawberry. But he would be a super elite power hitter on a team that just doesn't have any. Chili Davis is good. Von Hayes is good. But we don't have an elite power hitter. I am probably going to... What if I didn't offer you Tim Raines? What would you want? Phillips, Raines, Mattingly, and Hayes. Do I trade Tony Phillips? He's got an injury history, and that's one of the things that makes him unattractive to me. If I knew that Tony Phillips could stay healthy for an entire season, I would take him. I would keep him. But I don't know if that's true. Am I overthinking this? Okay, I'm not trading Don Mattingly. I'm not trading Von Hayes. Actually, Hayes has been kind of disappointing this year. But he's super popular and he's still pretty damn good. He's just having kind of an off year. Darryl Strawberry for Tim Raines. Damn it, Tim Raines. Why must you do so many things well? I mean, is a 3-win second baseman, which is what he's been basically the last 4... I'm overthinking this. I'm going to make the deal. Close my eyes. I'm going to pull the trigger. Because if I don't click this button now, I'll never click it. Okay. I hope that doesn't end up biting us on the ass. Yeah, Darryl Strawberry instantly is going to be playing DH. Just because I've already got the outfield full. Lineups overview. Darryl Strawberry's not leading off. You know, there's a really obvious good all-around hitter. He's even got... Done. Pow. Pow. Now, there's one more thing we have to do, which is we have to think about arbitration. Would you give me a 3-year deal? This is Darryl Strawberry. I suspect this won't work, but we can give her the old college try. Maybe this will. No. Yeah, he doesn't want the 3-year deal. Would you take this deal? You would. I think this is a fine deal, and it locks him down. That was a big trade. I've got another trade offer? No. You're absolutely and utterly ridiculous. I don't know what you're smoking, but I don't want any of it. God damn it, Tony Phillips. You couldn't let me have 1 month. I should have done it. I absolutely should have traded Phillips and kept Reigns. I instantly regret this decision. My God. And I go from having 2 good second basemen to no good second baseman. I have Jay Grubb playing second because I literally have no other option right now. That hurt. That was the dickiest dick move the game could have pulled right there. Oh, shit. Does Chris Brown play? Chris Brown kind of plays all over. There are worse candidates for utility infielder, but that is a kick in the junk. I made the wrong choice. I kept the wrong player. You're probably shouting at your computer screens right now. Of Indian, how could you be so stupid? I don't know. I guess it's just a talent. I apologize if you can hear the person upstairs hammering. I don't know what they're working on, but they've been hammering most of the week. This is real bad. We lost again, and I have no one to blame but myself. I should have traded Tony Phillips. I should never have traded Tim Raines. I'm sorry, Tim Raines. Please don't take it out on me. No, I got, Darryl Strawberry, so that's fun. Ooh, 15 Ks for Dave Stewart. It's not gonna matter. Are you kidding me? What do you have against my bloody middle infielders? Up and... Oh, no, here he is. Yeah, Dana Robinson. He's going to be playing shortstop now. And we just keep getting younger and worse. I have Leo Gomez hitting 6th because I literally have no better option right now. Let this be a lesson to you, kiddies. If you genuinely like a player, don't trade them. But maybe this will all end up where... I couldn't even finish that sentence. I don't think this is going to work out. I think we're going to have another really good season that ends up going nowhere because, once again, we fall apart after the All-Star break. I should not have traded Reigns. I should have traded Phillips. It is so obvious in retrospect. Morgan. Oh! I didn't realize Mike Morgan's contract was up. Uh-oh. What's that for extensions? I have very little for extensions. And Mike Morgan probably wants all the money. Shit. Oh. Nope. I am not paying any remotely near that. I don't have the money. I'll tell you what. Let's cut back. Let's talk a graduated deal where you make more and more as your career continues. And I'll even top off the deal a bit later on. And I'll even throw in an opt-out after year 4. Would you take this deal? You probably won't. You will take this deal. I mean, I don't have a better choice. I don't. In pitching, I don't have a better choice. And he's actually been really good for us, too. Are you kidding me? Are you going to injure me, too? I have Mike Morgan signed. Oh, I probably made a mistake, and just in the fact Dave Stewart's going to want all the money now. Oh, good. My second baseman and shortstop are back now. Chris Brown, demoted. Dana Robinson, demoted. No, I don't want to designate him for a summon. I just want him demoted. Alright, a lineup with these two in it is a really good lineup. If they can stay healthy and play lots of baseball, we have a chance. It's not a great chance, but we have a chance. If they do not stay healthy, then we're not making the playoffs. And we only have even a chance because we somehow might say only 3 games back. I didn't regenerate the depth chart, that's my bad. Oh, it's a nice little winning streak we had there for a bit. I think it's going to happen again. No? Yes? No? Okay, a month just ended. Oh, this is coming right down to the frickin' wire. I both hate it and love it. Nice work, Morgan. Yeah, I give Mike Morgan a new contract, and he's like, shit, I'm doing all the things now. Oh, Octavio Rojas got a little better. That's kind of neat. Oh, we had to lose that doubleheader. What the shit, mate? Generate my depth charts. I do need at least somebody capable of playing at some positions. Alright. We're going to do this one game at a time. We lost. You shitheads. You let the Yankees sweep us. How do we make up a game when we didn't even play? Oh, the other team must have lost. It's almost a 50-50 shot. And we actually play Milwaukee. Our path. We control our own destiny. Let's play one game. We lost. Shit. Let's play 2 games. We won. Okay. Dave Stewart's going. I can't look. I can't look. We lost, didn't we? We won! But does it matter? He got a shutout. We made... There's a 3-way tie? How the hell are we even gonna... Oh. Okay. This is our chance. We have never had a better chance. So this technically isn't the playoff chase. Is it? Yeah, this is effectively just an extra game. Who's pitching? Is it Falcone? Falcone has been seriously tremendous this year. Alright, guys. I haven't played a game in a while. We have to do this one. We're going to play this game. I'm going to manage the shit out of it. I'm going to try to manage the shit out of it. Yes, AI will set the initial defense. And here it is, comparison by positions. This should be a walk in the park for me, but I think we all know that's not necessarily the... What the hell? Oh, I see what it did. It confused me for reasons. Alright, guys. If there has ever been a year, a game, let's do it. Let's make the bloody playoffs. I'm super nervous. I'm going to go ahead and just sim the at-bat. And I'm just going to tell him, Von Hayes, I trust you. Do what you think is best. I'm going to need to increase that speed. That's really slow. Please, faster. Now. That's an out. Okay, we need to make some changes. Yeah, I think it's actually forgotten how we had it last time. No, I don't want the defensive positioning widget. Nor do I want the team info widget. Do not automatically set up the widgets, so I can see all the gloriousness of this. Here we go. And then I need to quickly go to options, and we're just going to put the play-by-play speed on fast. And what else was I going to do? Game options, here we go. And we want it per line for the delay. There we go. Back we go. That's another fly ball out. Easy catch for Stubby there, Franklin Stubbs. May I call you Stubby? I think I can. Damn, you made... Can I alter the size of this a little bit? I cannot. That's alright. That was a damn good pitch to hit, that first one was. Here's Tom Mattingly getting on base, as only he can. Actually, lots of people can hit singles. I shouldn't. That was a lie. Get him, Daryl. That's not getting him. It does put Mattingly on third. 15 straight games for Mattingly. Nice work. Come on, Jim. Nope, that's an out. I got excited there for a minute. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, he screwed up. He screwed up. We got to run. Come on, Tony Phillips. You struck out. We gotta run, though. And sometimes one is all you need. Come on, Falcone. You could have at least gave me the illusion. I mean, come on. That was actually a really good pitch that he hit. Bam! Double play. Nice. You have my permission to murder him if he goes after Tony Phillips again, Dick Schofield. Oh, he's playing center a little bit too deep. He's doing a good job of pitching around. Unfortunately, that's not good enough. And now they've got 3 hits off of you. Come on. Control Mike Stanley. Good work. This is going to be a slugfest, I think, but we'll see what happens. Leo Gomez hasn't been that great this year. We'll see. 37 home runs for Jim Rice. Holy shit. Yeah, he's just overpowering my hitters right now. Ooh, damn, Sil Campusano sucks. And then Dick Schofield, who gets a lazy fly ball out. Well... Nice play by Vaughn Hayes. Nice. Damn, Hayes is showing off some good defensive chops. That's not why I even put him there. Oh, nice diving catch for Don Mattingly. Guy's not normally known for the leather, really flashing it today. All right, Hayes leads off. Ah, it's an out. Okay, how many pitches has he thrown? 35. I'm going to start telling people to take pitches. We need to wear him down a bit. His game is mostly velocity. How low is low? That's pretty low. Take the next pitch, too. Oh, yeah. He can't hit the strike zone. And he draws a walk. I'm going to make him throw a strike. Well, you were scared of Chili Davis stealing. Is this the secret? Am I just going to draw walks the entire game? Alright. Oh, he's such a good contact hitter as Don Mattingly. I'm going to try hit and run. Oh, that one looks like it was hit hard. Not hard enough. And because Davis is taking off with a pitch, that didn't end up going anywhere. Damn, Darryl Strawberry just clobbered that. Ah. But he didn't hit it in the right area. Well, shit. Falcone's got loads left in the tank right now. There's Jim Rice and Larry Sheets. Sheets hit it pretty hard. Good job, Campusano. When the Swallows come back to Campusano. Damn, Jim Rice just ripped that down the line. I wish they would fix that particular small bug where it's like that he would have been out by like 10 miles, but the shortstop just put it in his pocket. Do your thing, Tony Phillips. That is not a good thing. That's a bad Tony Phillips. any other place to hit that ball, and we've got Jim Rice on third with a couple more shots. Leo Gomez strikes out. Really good job of mixing up his pitches there. And it's up to Campusano, who, despite his clever sawing, he's not going to do anything. Pete Falcone v. Dave Martinez. Nice play, Falcone. Nice. Another diving stop by Mattingly. He is really coming through. Now we get Schofield showing off his arm. Nice work. All right, Schofield. You're here for a reason, and that reason is to just wear him down. It was actually a really good changeup. A 2-1 curve. You got to swing at this point. It's 2-2. You struck out, but you're making him throw a lot of pitches. And a high velocity guy typically doesn't have a lot of endurance. Really, Vaughn? Really? And then Chili Davis. Okay. When I was praising Dick Schofield, it wasn't because he struck out. It was because he gave up a lot. It's because he got a lot of pitches. I didn't want everyone to strike out. Maybe I should have made that a bit clearer. Oh, don't you start, Falcone. I cannot have you come unglued. Good play by Jim Rice. Oh, brilliant! Good play by Gomez. Alright, come on, Dom. That's not a good hit. They were way too excited about getting him out, although I get why. Darryl Strawberry's having himself a night. I don't care about the weather widget. Where's the box score? There we go. Yeah, let's expand these. I like that OOTP 19 actually just makes him disappear during the play. Don't be hitting Jim Rice. How has Strawberry been today? He's 2 for 3. Here's Tony Phillips. You got runners on first and second. Make something happen. That's an out. That was terrible. I mean, it really may... Damn, Leo Gomez getting it done. Driving in another run. Good work, mate. And then Campusano. He does what he does. And what he does is nothing. Alright. He's been so good all year. We're facing Walker, Anderson, and Sheets. I would like very much to see if Falcone can give me one more inning. That was actually a pitch he should never have been able to get his bat on. That was a good piece of a bad pitch. Or sorry, a good piece of a good pitch. Schofield getting it done. Nice. And then Larry Sheets striking out. We're going to start warming people up next inning, but I'd prefer not to do it if I don't have to. Or to bring him out if I don't have to. Who's coming up? Lefty, lefty, righty. Let's go and warm up Richard Evans. And Schofield's here to play defense, and if he hits or doesn't hit, I don't really care. Von Hayes takes a walk. Yeah, he's pretty much gassed at this point. Oh yeah, he's really worried about Von Hay stealing. Strike one, fastball right down the middle. I'm going to make Davis take another pitch too. Damn, he got a good pitch. Oh well. And Davis struck out. We're fighting off pitches. He should be getting tired by now. The fact that he isn't is actually kind of scary. Nope, that's an out. No singing. Good work. Yeah, Falcone gives me 7 innings. I will take that to the bank. That's a bad Mike Stanley. No, it's not. It's an okay Mike Stanley. Okay. Alright, I'm going to get... because there's still a chance that we'll have the playoffs. If we win... Actually, we win this game, we're going to the playoffs. I don't think there's any dispute. So we're just going to go ahead and just get the bullpen going. The way it should be. And here's Jack O'Connor. Hats off to Johnson. He pitched a damn fine game. I would be extremely excited if we could drive in another run or two. Damn, Jim Rice has been on it. Oh, hell no. I know he's a great runner, but that was such a shallow ball. I was not going to take that risk. Tony Phillips, can you put the ball in play? That is what I want from you. It's a hit. Bases are loaded. Leo Gomez is up. Swing away. Really? That was the worst possible outcome. You son of a bitch, Gomez. And I loaded the bases on getting Wait, what? Another error. Damn. Your check is in the mail. Dick Schofield making him pay. Von Hayes. Go for it. Oh, yes. Right decision. 5-0. And the inning ends. So here's the thing now. The game is now very, very different. It's now 5-0. I'm going to have Falcone pitch another inning. Unless he starts getting his brains hammered. Because Falcone is still way under 100 pitches. Is that out? No. It's an out, not out. I'm going to let Falcone finish this game. Because if we can save the bullpen for the playoffs, like the proper playoffs. Oh, dang. Don Mattingly. He's just like, nope. Oh, Dave Martinez, you jerk. Give it up for Darryl Strawberry. At least for this game, that looks like a brilliant trade. I mean, he's what? 3 for 4? It's between him and Jim Rice. They've just been clobbering baseballs between them. I'm going to have Strawberry run for it. Nice. That was probably a bit of a dick move. Hey, Dave LaPointe, I remember that guy. Still got a runner on second with Leo Gomez. Can you finish it up, Pete Falcone? I hope you can. Nice. Oh, that was a No, actually, that was a legit strike. That was a damn nasty pitch. No one could have gotten that one. Just now pitch 100. There we go. Pete Falcone just shows up and he's like, bitch, my team's going to the playoffs. Everyone looks so happy. That was glorious. Hey, look, I got a Steam achievement. Nice. Yeah. That better been enough to get us into the damn playoffs. That's all I gotta say. Let's finish today. We've got to play another one-game playoff? How is that fair? Wait, why am I playing New York? I beat them. I'm just gonna go ahead and sim the game. Are you freaking kidding me? No. That is utter bullshit. You know it's bullshit. That should not have happened. There should not have been a second playoff game. I had to play one extra game just to get to that point, and the Yankees just get to coast in. That is bullshit. I am seriously angry right now. No. I don't accept this. That is a bullshit decision that they got to play in game. Because before that game, I had 94 wins, they had 93. We were no longer tied. I should have been in the playoffs. That is, wow. That was incredibly unfair. Incredibly unfair. I don't care what the personal message is. I am bitter right now. I am super bitter. Because that should not have happened. I should not have had to play a second play-in game. I should have just made the damn playoffs. I hope Bossio's frickin' head falls off. That is bullshit. That is an utterly unfair bullshit way to end the season. A season where we made a great trade. A trade that really turned out for us. We utterly dominated the Brewers in our playoff game. And then the game's like, no. Because it's the Yankees, they get a shot that they didn't earn. I know you're going to say the season ended in a 3-way tie. I understand that. So then it shouldn't have been another play-in game. It should have been based on something like the season series. Or something like this. That's going to be it for this episode. That was extremely disappointing. And frankly, I hope that the Yankees just fold next season. Because that was bullshit. Because the Yankees got rewarded for playing one fewer game. At some point, we played a game that they didn't have to play. And we got punished for it. The Yankees should have been forced to make it up. Whatever game was postponed should have been made up. But it is what it is. That's been all for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed this series so far. We're going to continue next episode because it does look like I did get extended. So we'll see what happens next time. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know how angry you are that we got dicked over. Because I'm pretty pissed. But until next time, as always, thank you for watching. And I bid you good day.